certainly on this scale. Of course, we've done some gallery spaces and exhibition spaces, but this is really the first giant project. And it's a very tough one because, of course, we're trying to be a companion and friendly partner to the existing Mario Botha project. It's also actually going to be positioned in one of the busiest neighborhoods in the city once Trans Bay opens. And we're dealing with this tiny slivered, narrow site behind the project. So we don't want to detract from the project, detract from Mario Botha's building. But we want to make it more welcoming and inviting. We want it to be publicly accessible. It's on a tiny sliver of a site, and all of a sudden you have like millions more people in the neighborhood than ever. So what do? So we came up with an idea that, well, if we lift the building off of the ground, then people will feel more welcome because there's no obstructions. There's no barriers for them to walk into the site. So the first thing we did was essentially eliminate the bottom 25 feet of the building. The second thing we did was realize that, well, that's nice. That gives you space, but how do you make it welcoming and light? So we made the building as narrow as possible and sort of sucked in the belly as much as we could and made the program as efficient as possible on the inside. And it started creating these rather nice spaces. All of a sudden, there was space to put art outdoors, or little plazas and parks, which people could come and engage in and be a part of. As well as by lifting the building off the ground, the Botha project is here to the left, our project is here to the right. By lifting the building off the ground, we were actually able to get this incredible connectivity on the inside of the building between the projects. They were now inherently linked from an experiential perspective. This created a unified ground and second floor that everyone is free to move on. This is entirely public. This is all before ticketing. All of a sudden, we just more than doubled art that would be publicly accessible without paying. Pretty incredible opportunity and moment. Unfortunately, in order to do that, we did have to knock down the very iconic stair in Botha's project. But now, while other people found that maybe a little formal, this is much more inviting. You can actually see through the green wall, the green patch there is actually the other side of our building. You're actually looking all the way through our building. And that draws you up through the space. At the top of those stairs is the art court. This is where the ticketing is, but now of course you have a relationship to the exterior also.